Look at the internal factors. A lot has been said. So we have external factors and we have internal factors. The internal factors are the problems that we cause ourselves, that we create ourselves. These are due to wrong choice of location. Site selection is very, very important. So these are the internal factors we'll be looking at quickly. Site selection is very important. They are called factors to be put into consideration before selecting a fish farm. And number one is you need to go and make sure you do the water analysis of the location first. And what are you looking at in the water analysis? The quality and the quantity of water. Very, very important, because without water you can't do anything when it comes to grout. So very, very important, quality and quantity of water, so that you won't have this kind of challenge Madam is talking about. If your water source is seasonal, there are times that this is nature. There are times that you may not even have rain, and that water stops flowing. It's a problem. There are times that some of the water bodies you are looking at, maybe there is an industrial area somewhere, and they dislodge chemicals or whatever. It will flow down the line and affect your production. So the kind of water, so it's better you think of having a backup. You have to self-generate your water. It's very, very important. Then it was talking about iron in water quality. If you look at the water chemistry parameters, you see that the pH is very important. It has to be within the tolerable limits. Once you don't have this correct pH, that means your water is acidic and you'll be spending money treating. That will be eating into your cost. And at times, if you don't treat rightly, it will affect you. Because once there is challenge with water quality, pH, iron, and all the rest, it inhibits growth. You'll be feeding and it will not give you the kind of result you should have. So very, very important. Water, quality and quantity. Then the other one is the accessibility, the road. Don't say because your grandfather has one land somewhere, so you are not paying for land, and the place is too far from where you live, that you can't just wake up in the morning and say you're going to the farm. That means you are traveling. There is no how your farm will be too far from you and you can monitor it very well. So it's very, very important that you look at that. Then consider the buyers as well too. When they want to buy your fish, if the place is too far, it's a problem. If they have options or alternatives in town, they won't come to your place. So the road, the access road to the place is important. Then the other one is flood pattern. If the place is is prone to flooding, when it comes to rainy season, you are in deep problem. If the land is too dry and you don't have water source, you'll be having challenge managing that also too. So you need to be sure of the kind of things you need. Then the pond design and construction too. A good design is going to respond to good management. If you have poor construction, forget it. They say once the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? Once you have poor construction, and can I have the slide to show poor construction? Where is that slide? Yes, see, this concrete tank now, you just built it. He did not put the outlet. It's after he built it that I started breaking it and patching and putting the pipe. So what do you think will happen to the walls? They'll start getting weakened from the beginning. Look at this one. This one now, see earthen pond. Because it's a family land, he went to dig pond there, or because he feels he can get access to water quickly. When it's rainy season, all these things, it will not solve the problem. It will be a big problem. And that's why you see some people, they will just faint and die. Because when rain fell, all their fish, everything went away. So the next slide, let me quickly show you. See this circular tank now. See how big that circular tank is. Now see the water outlet. The pipe is too small. So you want to drain your water, it will take you like 2-3 hours to drain water. That's not good enough. Then the same thing with the inlet too. If you should be able to fill in your pond in less than maybe 10-15 minutes. Look at this one too. It has to climb on the tank to feed. That is slippers now. You don't know, maybe there is COVID-19 under the slippers. So now back to this thing. So quickly. All right. Production plans, schedule, and record keeping. I'm not going to talk about that because there's nobody that is complete. This production plan and record, my senior colleague is going to talk about it, because my conscience will not allow me to talk about it, because me too, I don't keep good records. Do you understand? So I won't want to talk about it so that my conscience will not be judging me. Now, standard and quality of seeds. Yes, this is another foundation. If you want to go and buy fingerlings or juveniles anywhere, make sure you see the parent stocks from the hatchers. Don't let them tell you that the fish, because of fat, is me that starved it. It's a lie. Like the MP said, a dwarf cannot give birth to a giant, and a giant cannot give birth to a dwarf. I don't want to use people as example. You know how to use, but my conscience is telling me not to use. See, if the parents' thoughts are not good, feed them from now to eternity. They will not grow. Like some people I'm looking at now, they are like 70 years and they are like this. So please, you need to ensure they show you the parent stocks before you buy from them. Yes, they are not happy because I'm exposing them. Then the other one is when you buy the seeds too, try and sort them, grade them. Last 2 weeks, somebody brought fish to the farm. We do a lot of supply. At times when we can't meet up, we get from our colleagues too. But when they brought the fish to the farm, my manager had to sort them, and he discovered from a supply that was supposed to be juveniles and post-fingerlings, he was able to get juveniles, less juveniles from it, post-fingerlings, fingerlings, and Ijebu. That's the post price. If he had not sorted it, what do you think will happen? Those fingerlings and the Ijebu, they would eat them. So if you bought 10,000, at the end of the day, maybe you won't have more than 5,000 or 6,000. So when you buy fish at times, it's better you keep them for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Then you sort them before putting them into the pond. You grade them according to sizes. You get fantastic results. So that when you now buy Aqua, you won't have some that are supposed to be eating 2 mm, 3 mm, 4 mm in one stock. You will have bad results. So it's very important. Note it. Then the other one is systemized farm management practice and routines. There is what we call feeding regime. You feed them 2 hourly, 3 hourly, all these things. Very important. You should not miss it. Do you understand? Then your management too. You should not stock. If you have 10,000 pieces of fish now, don't stock everything at once. Don't say because Honorable Uche is stocking 50,000 pieces of fish on his farm. You two now go and do copy and paste. That is what will kill you, because he has money from National Assembly. You don't have that. So please, it's very important. Then when it comes to test cropping too, before you say you want to sell, it's important that you test crop at intervals, maybe monthly, to know the size, if they are ready for sales, and your target size too that you are producing for your particular market. Don't just produce anything and you won't have market for it. They are giving me a signal, unfortunately, so I'm just going to rush. So sales and marketing, I'll come back to that. That's where a lot of us miss it. And the next time I'm coming up, I'll do more on that. Then staff training and welfare, very important. Any business that is about you and you and you alone is not business yet. You alone, you are the one feeding. You alone, you are the one changing water. You alone, you are the one selling, sorting. What else do? You go and scale everything. You are a stingy person. try and ensure your business will employ 1 or 2 persons. The reason why some people are not here today is not as if they don't wish to be here, but because they did not have staff on the farm. All of us there with Aqua, we are here today because we have trained and well taken care staff managing our business. That is why we can be here today. So if you are in that category, go and change your attitude so that when the profit comes, you can share with them. Then welfare too. Some of you are supposed to be here with your managers. When Aqua, they are doing so well, the owner of Aqua is not here, but he has staff all around the globe, and they go on trainings. That's why you see businesses expanding. So with you, we should try and do that to improve fish farming. Then when we train these people, they come back with innovation and they will complement all of our efforts. Then try and take care of their welfare. Most of us, we don't have accommodation on our farms. We just treat our staff as though they are not humans. They can't give you good results. Some of you, if I begin to ask you, we don't have time, how much salary you pay to some of these staff? There are some, no matter how you pay them well, they will still misbehave. But you just fulfill all righteousness and make sure you have good staff. Don't go and employ somebody just from the road because you want to be paying 7,000 at the end of the month. So once you take care of these hindrances, I think you should begin to have better results. Thank you very much.